Happy Friday, lovers. I'm Eric Restivo from WeHo.
I'm John Hayden from Wilton Manors, and we are
The W Boys. It is a beautiful day on Santa Monica Boulevard in West Hollywood.
It is an equally beautiful day on Wilton Drive in Wilton Manors. We're ready for the weekend, baby.
Entertainment television has been around forever and ever, but we are kicking it up a notch in the best way possible. We're creating our own standpoints from an LGBTQ plus point of view.
Every week, we're going to be right here, gossiping about the queer slant on movies, TV, Broadway, music, social media, there's so much, fashion, pop culture, and so much more. Are you ready for the ultimate showdown between WeHo and Wilton? I am.
Buckle up, baby. I am also ready. We are leaving nothing off the table. Oh, you ready for this?
I think so. This is going to be a new adventure. I am 100% here for it. So let's get to it.
Let's go.
Up first, this is what we are all watching at the movies. We love the dark theaters, the hits, the duds, the sweet, the scandals. And we begin with a Wicked good segment. Wicked, this week, is a gift that keeps on giving. From the new trailer to One Star's Rockin' Bod, what we assume was an explosion at the Pepto-Bismol factory. First, let's have a look at the new trailer.
The best way to bring folks together
Something has changed within me.
is to give them a real good enemy.
You're green. I am.
Something is not the same.
Something just takes over me. And when it does, bad things happen. Once you learn to harness your emotions, the sky's the limit.
Bring her to me.
Don't be afraid. I'm not afraid. It's the wizard who should be afraid of me.
I've got the good chills all over my body, but it is tough to enjoy that trailer after we just ripped Ariana Grande apart for the Oscars. You'll hear a little bit more about that later on in our recap. But first thoughts right away, what did you think? Was it heavily loaded with CGI? Are you excited? Thoughts?
Yes, it's incredibly loaded with CGI.
That was a little...
But to be fair, this show's incredibly ladled with CGI, so I'm not going to hold points against them for that. I don't know. I'm so, no, I'm going to have to see it to believe it. I am not on board with this.
You're not on board.
At all. No, I think of Rent,
Okay.
the movie.
Which you did not like.
Not the movie.
Not the
The
movie.
musical was wonderful.
Okay,
the
not the movie musical we didn't love.
Informed me, but the movie musical I didn't love.
Okay.
I loved the original The Producers with Zero Mestel.
Okay.
Amazing. I loved the play version, the theater version of The Producers that had Nathan Lane and
Yes, Matthew Broderick, of course.
But I hated The Producers musical with Nathan. Like, sometimes
I
these
felt that
things
way
don't
about
translate.
Chicago. The Chicago movie,
Yeah.
I loved.
Yeah.
High production value. Then you go to the Broadway version of it, the original production, and it's a black box theater kind of setting where the entire cast stays seated on the stage the entire time, and the action happens in the middle of the stage, and when you're not on stage, you go back to your seat. So it's kind of cool, but it's not as high production as the movie. For me, I do have that good BFA in musical theater, which has gotten me so far. And seeing this movie come to life from following the journey of the Wicked Broadway show for as long as I have is makes my gay heart melt a little bit. So from there, I think WeHo's side is a little bit more excited over this Wicked trailer than our Wilton.
Well, that's
side.
because you live in the Hollywood bubble. It's in the name, Hollywood.
Literally.
And WeHo is a bubble.
What are
You're
we
living in the
thinking?
Hollywood bubble.
What are we thinking about Ariana Grande throwing the acting shoes back on? We saw her in the Hairspray movie musical, which was the live version of it on Fox, I want to say. They do the live musicals, and she sounded good, but she wasn't anything acting-wise in the sense where I was like, oh my God, I want to see this girl play Glinda one day.
I think that the word acting does a lot of heavy lifting. When we discuss Ariana's talents,
Yes.
she's really quite the singer. I'm still traumatized.
She's also quite the husband stealer. Just so you know.
Let's get to that.
Talents are
Oh
endless.
my God! So we can't show the picture here because we don't have the rights to it. But the TMZ a few weeks ago had a picture of Ethan.
Yes, SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, yeah.
SpongeBob. Mhm.
And like he was sure. So he's a tight little biscuit. He's
shredded. He's
so I get
shredded.
I get why Ariana would try to steal him. I don't see why he left his wife for her. That
and
remains
children.
a mystery. And if there's children, then maybe
There's
I can.
children.
And I can understand why he left.
Children. That wasn't the direction I thought we were going. No, but yes, a wife and kids, and he left her for Ariana Grande.
Here's the thing: they're trying to be the new Angelina and Brad.
Are they though?
No, they're trying.
Yeah, they're trying.
Failing.
More like Honey Boo Boo and Honey and Boo, just together. I think those are her parents' names, but it's not doing that for me. But for the to put the end to the Wicked trailer, I am excited. I think that the cast is stacked outside of just the two lead. I love Jeff Goldblum. I am looking forward to it.
I just want it to be Jeff Goldblum in his Jurassic Park character.
Yeah, could he just be in all of the remaining? Like, anytime another Jurassic Park movie comes out, can we just have Jeff Goldblum? Same for Neve Campbell with the Scream movies. Like, I don't want a Scream movie without Neve Campbell. Scream 6 was fine. They introduced some more LGBTQ non-binary characters, which literally blew my mind.
Yeah.
But the rumors are true, and Neve Campbell is coming back for the 7th and final installment, which is going to be in 2025. I just took us all the way, all over the place. But no, I am a fan of the OG characters of movies.
Okay.
So Wicked will also be in 2 parts, by the way.
Yes. Unnecessary.
Well, it's funny you say unnecessary because they're extending the love story of Nessa Rose, who is Elphaba's sister, who is ridden to a wheelchair, and she falls in love with kind of the SpongeBob of the Munchkin people in Wicked, and now we're going to see that story play out more, which I'm a little bit excited about. So
okay,
we'll be following it, and when the next trailer comes out, we'll play it.
Are we 5 hours excited about it?
Is it going to be 5 hours?
Well, you figure each part will probably be 2.5 hours.
How long was Dune?
Okay, I think the premiere screening just finished like 8 minutes
You were excited about Dune, weren't you?
I am very excited about
Dune.
Yeah,
that's how Wicked is my Dune.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my Dune. So if it's going to be 3 hours, 4 hours, I'm going to do it. Okay. I'm going to Dune it. You're welcome. All right, let's move on to topical TV before you just throw up in my face. How do you feel about that?
Feels good.
Okay, so this is what we like to call topical TV. Nothing happens and in Just Like That, which is a show that Sara Ramirez had a major character on named Che Diaz. Now, her relationship with Hollywood is about as functional as her character's relationship with Miranda on the show.
Spoiler alert. They broke up.
Now it appears that Ramirez and her Che Diaz are breaking up with the show. Her character's never been super popular with fans, and she's had a disastrous interview with The Cut last summer. She called out execs on social media for the show, but the Daily Mail says none of that is why she is leaving. Sources tell the Mail that her character is annoying, to quote, and no longer has value since the relationship story ended. It's a tough time for Sara Ramirez, who was also leaving Grey's Anatomy right before she started with And Just Like That. And Grey's Anatomy is something that I followed forever just to show you how gay I really am. And Shonda Rhimes has an open door policy. So any of the characters who leave are always welcome to come back, except for a few. And Sara Ramirez has made that list of like 3 or 4 characters that are OG characters. Katherine Heigl's also on the list that will never be invited back to the show. What do you think in the sense of we're losing a non-binary LGBTQ plus queer human being and that representation in a major HBO Max streaming show? It hurts.
It's bad in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
But as far as its relationship with the show, and my relationship with that show,
I know. You're not an in just like that stan.
I'm not. I'm old school Sex and the City. I feel that it was a show of its moment. I feel that, those characters, and it's nice to revisit them.
What was your favorite season or episode of Sex and the City? The original.
Yeah.
Because I already know mine off the top of my head.
I forget the season number, but it was
okay.
What struck me was the season right after 9/11, and the way they addressed it, it wasn't maudlin. They tried to be the way that ladies from that place would be, and all they said was, someone was like, "We're going to go shopping," and say, "Well, we should go spend it uptown or downtown where they need it," and I was just like, that is just an example of how they set the tone for whatever the mood was going on without delving too far into specific things. I loved that. It was that great kind of writing. The second movie was terrible. It's not
the second movie was for the fans. It was for the fans.
Well, what fans? To piss them off?
Listen, Sex in the Desert is fine.
No,
to me. Just lay a towel down.
It's Sex and the City.
Yes,
you leave the city, you're missing a major character.
It was Sex in the Middle East.
It was Sex in the Middle East.
That is what it should have been called. But you can't say that you were mad at Samantha's sexual deviance in that second movie because she was hooking up with that hot guy who drove with that Jeep into the... I was wet, and I don't even have the equipment for that, but I was. For me, it was Samantha when she lived in the meatpacking district in that fabulous apartment, and the drag queens were screaming obscenities up to her window, and she wound up throwing water on them, and then they came back for her even harder. And then at the end of the episode, I think it was a season finale, they all partied together on the roof. So I loved seeing that representation early on. So shout out to Sex and the City for always kind of keeping the gays happy, and shout out to Sex and the City 2 for not.
All right, up next is what we call Jolly Old England.
Ooh,
London's West End.
Jolly Old England.
RuPaul royalty and Master Judge Todrick Hall is Cameron in Burlesque on the West End. The most esteemed performers grace the judging panel in RuPaul's Drag Race, but Todrick is our MVP this week as he makes his way to the West End for Burlesque the Musical. Power performer Todrick Hall just graced us this past weekend at the Florida AIDS Walk. What a fun time that was. And with all of his favorite music and new music, he was on the stage, and you can bet your bottom dollar you're going to get a show. Burlesque has been transformed from film to stage, written by Steve Anton, with additional material by Kate Weatherhead. Directed and choreographed by Nick Watson, Burlesque is a sinfully delicious journey of self-discovery. It sizzles with songs by Christina Aguilera, Sia, and Diane Warren. Check out burlesquethemusical.com for tour dates in Glasgow and Manchester.
I feel like we need free tickets just from that plug right here.
Yeah,
Todrick, if you're watching, we want to come. Fly us out.
Tickets and plane tickets.
That's what I mean. I mean plane tickets, show tickets, and a hotel voucher. And you've got me. I'll pay for the rental car. Everything else is fine.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Burlesque? Did you see that? Have you watched the Burlesque movie? Has it been a minute?
It's been a minute.
Okay.
Burlesque movie tugs at my heart because it led to one of my
I didn't think anything
favorite...
tugged at your heart.
You didn't think I had a heart.
I didn't.
But that junket, that premiere week that I got to attend, featured Cher, and I got to sit down and interview her for 5 minutes. And it was just one of those like, oh my God, I'm sitting across from Cher. And she was wonderful. And I got to watch the movie on the Fox lot. And, and they brought out like burlesque dancers to kick their it was a really fun weekend. That said, the movie is shite.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those movies that you put on if you're hungover and you're eating and you need some background noise and you just kind of want to smile.
Yeah.
That was incredibly specific.
Here's the thing. The resolution of the film, they solved the issue of tearing down the burlesque by buying air rights.
Yes. Yes.
That was the result.
Yes.
That was like the greatest minds and writers of Hollywood was like, you know what? Air rights.
They can own the sky.
And as bad as that ending was, I'm told that was not the first ending. Like there was something even worse and more implausible
than air rights
to end that film. So the movie was terrible. The soundtrack, amazing. Christina, Cher, phenomenal. So that said, we should probably get back to the stage version.
Yes, to be fair, the new stage version is going to be a modern take on the film, which was pretty modern itself. But it's going to be kind of, I don't know if you've seen the Moulin Rouge Broadway production, but they take popular top 40 songs and infuse them with musical songs as well to keep it topical and fabulous. And Burlesque will be doing the same thing. And Todrick is also writing some original songs as well. Cameron is the love interest from the movie, played by Cam Giddit, I want to say is his last name, who is handsome and looks great in eyeliner. So it's going to be interesting to see Todrick play the straight man love interest. I'm excited to see that. At first, when I got news that this article was coming my way, I actually thought he was going to be playing the role that Christina Aguilera played in the movie, just in drag. So it's nice to see him step up in the male lead, and I'm obsessed with Sia, and you're going to have a tough time finding a gay who isn't.
Yeah.
So Sia, Christina Aguilera, Diane Warren, I would go to that concert. So would I go to see Burlesque? Of course. Are the tickets $1 million? Of course. Is it already halfway sold out? Yes. So that is why you should go to Burlesque the Musical and get all of your other details that you can for the show. And if you're on the West End, let us know how it is. We're going to follow up.
Absolutely are.
All right, I have a little bit of a crazy story. I'm going to call this Swiftie gaze versus Satan gaze? Question mark. Conspiracy theorists are doing whatever they do, and this time they are doing the most. They're holding a comparison between Swifties and Satanists. Family tree rumors of Taylor Swift and Zena LaFay, OG Satanist wife to the main Satan church leader. There are rumors that they could be related and or they could even be the same person. This has resurfaced since the Super Bowl popularity with Taylor Swift taking over the stadium. And people are also saying that her camera time has something to do with the fact that she practices, voodoo magic and everything like that, as Zena LaFay did in the Church of Satan. It's hard to say one way or another when you look at these 3 examples of side-to-side photos that we have dug up from the internet. But however, like I said, unless there's some crazy black magic going on, this is highly unlikely. I wanted to spotlight it because I just love the internet. I think it could be so messy sometimes. And to be fair, John and I can also be messy. Just an update on Zena LaFay. She is no longer a Satanist, but now practices Buddhism and lives off the grid somewhere unknown. Live your best Buddhist life, Zena. Do you think? What do you think? Are you a little bit of a conspiracy theorist at all?
I mean, I used to love conspiracy theories before, people started taking them seriously.
The side-to-side photos, though, are a little crazy.
I mean, I see it.
You see,
God, and I didn't want to say that because I love Taylor. I mean, and I have coffee with Satan every now and then, so it's like I don't want to.
This is not either of them, and it's not even a new conversation. It's kind of funny because it has resurfaced from a past major story from some silly news magazine. So let us know what you think at home. Do you think the internet's just being messy, or do you actually think that there's some sort of correlation there between the two? We spoke a little bit about the Oscars earlier.
Yeah.
So we are here to do a little bit of a recap. The Oscars took place this week, and I think that John and I can both agree that it was one of the best ones in a long time. We had a triple text going the whole time. Of course, Oppenheimer took home the most this year, but what we want to focus on is the fashion.
Yeah. It's no surprise that the LGBTQ plus community of actors and actresses and even stuntmen dressed to impress on this particularly awesome night.
Let's take a look at Cynthia Erivo, who was formally nominated for her work in Harriet and presenter at the 2024 Oscars. Also, we just watched her in the Wicked trailer. She must have wanted to remind anyone who sees her of her upcoming role in Wicked, because she showed up to the Oscars in a dramatic forest green, delicious gown. This was one of my favorites of the night, John.
I love that dress. That color is just
it's in
so
right
deep.
now. Forest green is really, really in right now, if you can get your hands on it.
And she did. She looked fabulous. I have been able to interview her before.
Really?
Yeah. And you see the movies and, but you figure things are posted and stuff. But like, I was getting ready to do an interview and they she stays where they are. They shuffle us schlubby journalists in and out.
Yes.
But I'm like sitting down and they're miking me up. And she just starts just like, not even singing full blast, just like singing to herself. Like music she loves music. Music loves her. It envelops her. And I was like, oh my God, I'm getting like a little mini private concert from Cynthia.
People pay for that.
So she's got talent, she's got fashion sense, and she backed it up.
John just gave a compliment. Take note, okay? Take note, because we're going to have to do a compliment counter at the end of these episodes. That's one.
Up next, Laverne Cox. By now, an Oscar and red carpet staple, she hosts E's annual red carpet programming. She looked absolutely gorgeous in this vintage Mugler gown that included a gold bodice and bold black scarf.
No, I mean, Laverne Cox stunned. I am yet to find an appearance, an event, anything that she arrives at where she doesn't look incredibly stunning.
Yeah.
This was also one of my favorites of the night, and it was just funny that I found it right after Cynthia. So 10 out of 10 for me for Laverne. And also Laverne's man is really, really hot, if you haven't checked it out.
Yeah, LGBTQ is really well represented on the Oscar carpet this year.
Yes. Keeping it within the realm of LGBTQ+, Billie Eilish, non-binary human. She was the odds-on favorite to win for her Barbie anthem, What Was I Made For? She always vows with... Did I sound just like Cynthia in your private?
I thought I was having flashbacks.
You really did,
I was
right?
a little triggered.
Sorry. She always wows the crowd with eccentric fashion choices. This outing was no different. She was rocking a houndstooth skirt, a black velvet jacket, and a Chanel purse, doing her own version of Billie's Barbie. I absolutely loved it. Not one of my favorites, but I loved that she stayed true to her own sense of eccentric fashion with giving the nod to the movie that brought her here.
I think that, by the way, I believe it's a Channel purse.
It is not. It is not.
No, when she and her brother Phineas got up there to a second, 2 Oscars in a row.
Yep.
2.
And she's like, what, 20? What is she, 22?
Yeah, she's like 22 now.
I hate her. I hate her.
If like, there may have been like some technicals that have, like maybe somebody's won it back to back for, sound editing or things like that. Because it's an incredibly skilled job with a very small pool in Hollywood of people who can do it at that level. But other than that, the last person I remember winning back-to-back Oscars is Tom Hanks in the mid-1990s for Philadelphia and...
Did Adele win back-to-back up first song?
No, I think she just has the one for Skyfall.
For Skyfall, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was a similar situation to Billie, where it was the 2. Because editing, mixing or something, and then but yeah.
Maybe, but for the same category like this, just...
Tom Hanks.
Amazing.
I miss him.
I know, right? Well, he's still alive.
I know, but I miss him like in film and TV. What was the last thing Tom Hanks did? Truly.
Philadelphia?
Like, if Nicolas Cage is still working at the rate that he is, why is Tom Hanks not?
No, I think that I think Hanks has a higher threshold.
Right, Nicolas Cage says yes to like all those Shudder horror films. Like, he does everything.
Yeah. Eugene Lee Yang, known for his work on social media as part of the Try Guys. Actor Eugene Lee Yang showed up at the 2024 Oscars in this dramatic red suit, jacket, and skirt combo that cascaded and blended in to the event's carpet. I don't know where the carpet ends and he begins.
I want this gown to wear to like trivia. Like, I just want to wear, like, I want to wear this on like a random Wednesday night. It's inspired by the Christian Siriano, Billy Porter, corseted, massive gown. I think think Christian Siriano also did this one as well. Eugene Lee Yang is such a staple in West Hollywood. I have gotten way too drunk with him too many times at the Abbey, and he's such a kind human. I actually think I should correct myself because I believe he now goes by they, them pronouns. Okay. So Eugene, if you're watching, I've been a fan of Try Guys forever. We love you, and your presence in WeHo and what you do for the community is never looked down upon. It's only ever looked up. So screw the haters. We love you. And that dress was just, that gown. I want it. Send it my way.
Next to one of my favorites, right?
Yes. Coleman Domingo. Men's fashion, we know, can be a bit meh, but he has been having a lot of fun trying some different daring looks this season. While he's gone for bold colors at other awards, this year we are seeing a classic black double-breasted tux here with a silver accent and a daring bow tie, honey. I just cannot get enough of it. The jewelry that is paired with the double-breasted jacket gives me more than just the good chills. I think that the way that he presents himself, I think that his stature, I think that his body is probably insanely shredded underneath that double-breasted jacket. I keep saying double-breasted because it feels...
I'd be willing to investigate.
It feels good saying the double-breasted. I'm not sure why. It's better than a single breast. But he was one of my favorites of the night for the men's fashion, for absolute sure. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. It was the bow tie that sold it for me.
Yeah.
That bow tie
so
and with
darling.
silver in the middle. Like, I would have been on the red carpet just like staring at it. Like, it was like designed to hypnotize me into voting for him. Sorry, Coleman, the voting had already closed.
And you know how people like just look like they smell good sometimes? Like, I just want to know what cologne he had on. I just want to be like 4 feet away from him so I can just take it all in.
Yeah.
And then take it home with me.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
Yeah, probably Canoe or something you can get at the Walgreens.
Yeah, probably not.
Up next, Killers of the Flower Moon star Lily Gladstone was the first Native American to be nominated for an acting Oscar. She donned the floor-length black gown with a deep blue train. Gladstone, who uses she, they pronouns, has spoken out during awards season about decolonializing gender.
What are your thoughts? I want to know everything that you feel right now about the look and then the movie.
On the look, it is beautiful.
Beautiful, simple.
The cape appears to have, and the design of the jewelry and the line across the top of her bosom seems to have a Native American
It was
feel.
all of the all the jewelry was from local indigenous jewelers from different all over areas of everywhere, basically. Yes.
Yeah. So she was beautiful, a class act. I hope she gets back here again. There's not enough roles for Native American people, but I hope she gets back here. First off, Emma
people
Thomas,
are saying that she was robbed.
Well, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say Emma Stone.
Yeah.
I love you. She's great. She was great in her role. So no shade there. But I really wanted to hear what Lily Gladstone had to say in her speech. I have a feeling it would have been a speech that would have focused on her cause.
Yeah.
That would have brought even more attention to the movie. I really wanted to hear what she had to say. So I look forward to seeing her in more things and hopefully continuing to have a great platform.
I think she's having a moment right now.
Yeah.
I hope that moment turns into a lifelong career because there's not enough representation in our Hollywood field, and Lily Gladstone is doing it. And I was happy to see her on that carpet, and I was sad when she did not win, even though I believe it went, Emma Stone deserves it. I believe all of that, but I something in my mind thought that Lily Gladstone was going to win. But
I need a tangent. One more thing.
Go tangent away.
Everyone was so excited about the Ken performance at the Oscars. It was fun, but it was everything I expected. Ergo, it was pretty much what I expected. I loved the song from Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yes.
When they brought the Native American singers and dancers in. This was in the text
thread, by the way, everyone. This was what John was saying during the actual show.
Yeah, there's no privilege. There's no confidentiality to this.
No.
But that was such a moving moment. And I think it was something that viewers weren't expecting to see.
Yeah.
And it moved me. And it stays with me. And I think it will stay with me longer than the Ken
Yeah, I love a nod and paying homage to great iconic performers. I mean, he obviously was paying homage to Marilyn Monroe when she did her Diamonds performance, and she was surrounded by all the men in the black suits, and she was in the pink dress, and he was in the pink tux, and so I get it. I texted you, I believe, saying that, am I the only one who is not as obsessed with Ryan Reynolds as everyone else? Was I obsessed with the outfit? Yeah. Was I obsessed with how hard he goes for his female co-stars? Of course. But I just sort of like peaked with The Notebook. You know, like there was no, for me, The Notebook cannot be topped. But you know, it's always worth trying. But no, I loved how he looked. I just didn't love everything else. So yeah. I agree with you that the Killers of the Flower Moon performance was way more emotional and made much more of a mark on the evening than Ken Enough. Yeah. I think Ken Enough was one of those moments in the Oscars where it kind of felt like it could have been stale after 20 minutes. So they were like, oh, put it here. You know, like, come on, let's bring the energy back up, you know? Yeah. But speaking of bringing energy up, I am still dreaming of that sex scene from Fellow Travelers starring Matt Bomer, Matt Bomer. So I said Coleman Domingo was one of my favorites for Best Dressed for the Men's. Matt Bomer was my favorite. So what a year he has had as he dazzled audiences in both the television series Fellow Travelers as well as the Oscar-nominated biopic Mastro. He went for a simple and traditional-looking dashing black and white tuxedo with a matching bow tie. I love what are those called? Cumberland belts?
Cummerbund.
Cumberland. Is that wait, is Cumberland the
Cumberland is a
gas station? Cumby Farm?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. No, that's a cummerbund.
I love
it. Looks really good. I should probably have one. No, I love this shirt. This shirt's from True Blue, by the way.
Shout out to True Blue.
True Blue. They're going to dress me.
They're going to dress you every week, huh?
Them, for now, hopefully for a long time, but I always, just a side note since we're talking about fashion, I always am going to wear a shirt or an article from LGBTQ plus shops or designers. I think that putting a little show, little spin, a little sparkle, splurge,
absolutely,
will be out there. So, so thank you to True Blue.
I would like to do the same thing if any LGBTQ plus businesses. Maybe I could reach out to the new collective at Holy Mackerel because they have a ton of oversized blazers. Get a few dry cleaned and then just add to my blazer. All right, I did some thinking out loud. All right, we got it.
The fashion wasn't supposed to be about us, but I made it that way because it's
is
always
going to be about us.
Yes. Up next, my love, Jodie Foster, the two-time Oscar winner, nominated for her role in Naiad. Look at that.
Look at it.
She's rocking an understated chic navy dress with a very high neckline.
All about the neckline. Love the earrings. Her eyes are stunning. Your eyes kind of match, John, you and Jodie. Yeah, you guys could be sisters with your eyes.
Ooh.
Listen, I love Jodie Foster because she's also one of those actresses who has never really changed her face too drastically or anything like that. Like maybe she's gotten a few Botox and filler here and there, but it's still the same face that it was back in Contact, and Nell. But I think for us more so, it's just incredible to see her there because we've got such a close connection with Naiad, and we were just at, Stonewall and everything. We actually met Diana Naiad, so it's just it was really nice to see Jodie Foster up there. Now, who it wasn't so nice to see to come back to the Wicked trailer again. John, let's talk about our worst dress. She may be a good witch, but Glenda loses at the Oscars for us. It's only one person that we're here to spotlight the worst dressed, and it's Ariana Grande. What do we think of this pink, bushy-like suit thing that came up and she had to drag along? And
okay, so it looks like she's still trying to deflate the rest of the bounce house.
Is it one piece?
under each arm? It's like a Pepto-Bismol factory exploded and she got caught in.
It's also like a boxing glove.
Boxing glove. Yeah.
She kind of looks like
do you know which?
Which?
Not which. No, which movie she reminds me of?
What?
Steel Magnolias. It's not pink. It's blush and bashful.
Yeah.
That's what
yeah.
she is. She's blush and
But
bashful.
she kind of looks like the Oscars award. She looks like the actual award. Like her skin tone and everything looked like the award in that dress.
Oh my, if they handed me an Oscar and it was covered in Ariana drag, I would hand the Oscar back.
I would put it on display in my home. I wouldn't be able to hand that back. Oh my God, that was hysterical. Listen, Ariana Grande, I hope you're watching. I don't think you are, but do better. Do better next time.
Yeah.
All right. Every week we will be bringing you great interviews from and for the queer community. As a special first interview to launch the W Boys, we bring you a fabulous performer who has footprints in WeHo and in Wilton, and is an incredibly talented performer from American Idol. He's also known as the Mashup King on YouTube, and he is the owner and creator of D-Rock Productions. This is Matthew Darren. And just like that, we're outside in the garden. Matthew Darren is a man of many, many talents. He is a brilliant singer, a performer, a producer, not to mention he is literally the mashup king. He edits all his own music videos all over social media. If you have not checked him out, go right now. He has a website. You can go to his YouTube channel. He's also been on one of our favorite shows, American Idol. He's here today for our first interview with the W Boys. I've got my gal pal, John Hayden, right next to me, and we would like to welcome Matthew Darren from WeHo to Wilton.
From WeHo to Wilton.
Met you in WeHo, and now we are in Wilton outside. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Absolutely. Thank you for the invite. It's kind of crazy how the world is so small within the gay community that we can connect
So
from one
small,
coast to another.
but so large.
But
at the
so
same
large.
time. I know that you are so busy all the time. I want to jump right in because I don't have 5 hours for this interview right now, and I could honestly take it. So like I said, I met Matthew in WeHo. He is one of the most talented singers you'll ever get to feast your ears on. He is also the owner of D-Rock Productions, which is your own production company that you started from the ground up. Tell someone who's watching this interview, if they have no idea about it, what to learn about D-Rock Productions from here.
Yeah, so D-Rock Productions was kind of birthed out of a couple different things. As a kid, I knew that I wanted to pursue music and entertainment, and there's not really like a clear-cut path. Like if you're a doctor or a lawyer, you follow these steps, then you go into residency, and then you continue on, right? But what I wanted to do is figure out how to create a space for artists not have to recreate the wheel, every single time that they want to find a stage to perform on. And so that's kind of the heart behind it, is just creating stages and platforms for artists, queer artists, any type, to be able to step out into a space that's kind of beyond what their norm would be. And then the name D-Rock, it's kind of cute.
It's cute.
My nephew was named after me, so his name is Darren, and I love him so much. He's adorable.
Hey, Darren.
And unfortunately, a few years ago, his father, who I called E-Rock, his dad Eric, who I called E-Rock, passed away from a motorcycle accident. And so I made a promise to him that I would take care of Darren and that he wouldn't have to worry about too much. And that was kind of like, let's figure out how to blend this together. And so D-Rock came to be.
And you know, you talk about creating different stages and spaces. Last week you were at Hunter's for Stefano May's concert.
Yes.
He is amazing. And then you come out of the crowd and belt out Hallelujah. I mean, like, if I weren't on so many medications, I would have cried. Like, seriously, it was that good. But is that the type of space that you like creating for other queer artists and our community?
Being a part of that show was incredible. Stefano reached out and said, I'm doing this show. Would you like to come in and just perform with me? And I'm like, absolutely. I mean, you get it. As a performer, when you get to play off of somebody who is that talented, it's like being a kid in a candy shop. You just are thrilled to be there.
Well, that's how I feel about you, to be fair. You are that performer for me, and so many people agree with me. You take part in so many different benefit concerts here at Sunshine Cathedral. You put them on, you produce them, you bring them, like I said, with D-Rock Productions, from the ground up. I know that you recently, Holiday Fantasia took over Sunshine Cathedral, and you do a Pride edition of Fantasia every year as well, correct?
Well, this is going to be the first
This is the
one.
first year. Okay,
Yeah, this is
tell
gonna
us
be the
a
first-
little bit about it. What can we know?
So, Pride Fantasia, if you're familiar with Holiday Fantasia, it's a celebration of the arts. So, as many different types of artistry that we can bring to the stage, we do. And the incredible Varla Jean Merman co-hosts Holiday Fantasia with me each year so far. And so I'm very excited. Unfortunately, she's booked and blessed. So she'll be in P-Town working her show. And but in June, on June Wednesday, I think it's June 12th.
Okay.
The Wednesday, kicking off Stonewall Pride weekend, we'll be doing Pride Fantasia at the Manor. And we've got some fun guests who are going to be involved. Jonathan Hawkins from The Crown and Anchor is helping co-produce. And we've got Tina Burner on the docket to be part of it. And then Bailey Carlson, who everybody knows and loves from Holiday Fantasia. She's going to be coming in from Nashville. And then some of our local artists as well. Yeah. And it's just going to be a celebration of what Pride is all about, but also taking a moment to pause and reflect on what Pride came from and what Pride began with. And I think it's our responsibility. I feel like I'm in this generation, maybe you can kind of like you feel it too, where we're in between kind of the seasoned LGBTQ crowd and the baby LGBTQ crowd, right? Yeah. And we've seen both sides. Like, I know what a cassette tape is. Like a rotary phone. I had one. So that's the same thing about the history. Like, there's not many books at this point, so we have to make sure that we're sharing what the story of Pride was all about, that it was a riot, Marsha P. Henson throwing the brick, like standing up for what was right. And I think that taking art and being able to share that story through the medium of art with production involved is just one of the best ways to tell the story.
I think that you really touched upon the important thing here, the level of production that comes from your concerts. It's mind-blowing. I mean, it's not easy to cut 1 million videos together, have 90 different singers displayed on a screen, go back to a music video, cut to the camera over, and Matthew gets it done. And it honestly, I've been honored to be a part of your concerts before, and they're always extremely organized, professional. There's call sheets, honey. We know when we have to be there, and it's like a craft services when we get to his house. I mean, it's truly wonderful that you are such a staple in this community, and I'm so proud to have you here, because from WeHo to Wilton, I didn't know many when I first got here, and you are the king, my friend. So
thank you. I feel incredibly blessed to be part of the Wilton and Fort Lauderdale community. I mean, coming from West Hollywood, and then we did a little stint in Hell's Kitchen in New York. And then coming down here, I'm like, I've never lived in a place where there was so much community, so much support. And they just, like, the whole community of Wilton, LGBTQ+, comes around and really wants to lift up each other. And I appreciate that so much.
Okay, I feel like you just answered the question that I'm about to ask.
I know what you're going to say.
But sides must be chosen. Sides must be chosen.
The time has come.
Oh.
This is the question.
Okay.
WeHo, WeHo the city, or Wilton the city?
Yeah, in sync.
Choose.
Over Backstreet Boys, 100%. Is that what was asked? Well, let's say my pocketbook definitely loves Wilton a little bit more than WeHo. I appreciate buying a drink for less than $200. I don't know. I love both, and luckily I am blessed to still have enough family there that it's feasible to get out there and visit.
That sounded like a point for WeHo. Just gonna say it. Sounded like a point for WeHo.
It's just like to me, I feel like Wilton is a mixture of kind of West Hollywood, Palm Springs, with a little extra humidity and a dash of Provincetown. Like, Wilton just feels kind of like a good little...
We're the craft cocktail.
They're the craft cocktail. And it's so easy to travel from here, too. So
it really is.
We've been able to go some places that, I mean, in California, I would go visit Hawaii, and that was fun. Otherwise, I had to fly to the East Coast.
Right.
So
to go anywhere else.
Well, I think we have our answer. I don't mean to come into your camera space, but high five. Thank you.
Yeah. That was Switzerland. I chose Switzerland.
You let us know at home which side Matthew chose. Okay, put it in the comments, because I think I know. Before we dive into John's American Idol obsession, what's next for you? Like within the next few weeks, where can we catch you? What is going on? I know that we can stay updated on Matthew. Is it MatthewDarren.com? Matthew Darren, easy breezy.
Yep.
And across all your social media platforms. But what's next?
So I will be heading to Naples at the end of the month with the tatted violinist, Marcos Akos.
Oh, we love him.
Oh my God.
Incredibly talented.
I need to readjust myself.
And beyond that, he's adorable. He's got amazing personality. His heart is incredible. Being able to work with him and his husband, like they're just two beautiful beings. Don't fall.
I almost fell. I knew.
We'll catch you. We'll catch you.
It's a trust fall, baby.
So I'm taking him out to Naples, and we're gonna wow the crowd at Bambuza Bar and Grill. That's at the end of the month, or the 22nd, Friday the 22nd. But other than that, I'm really kind of diving in and focusing in on Pride Fantasia, and then my show, which is Wild and Wired.
I like the title.
This summer, I'll be in P-Town at the Crown and Anchor.
Oh, fabulous.
For a few weeks in the month of July.
Fabulous. We got to take a trip out to P-Town.
I mean, I'm not against that.
I met my husband in P-Town 2000.
Oh, then Todd might be against that.
Yeah.
Some on-location filming.
On-location filming. And absolutely, we want to be there for Pride Fantasia too, for on-location filming and red carpet coverage, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
We'll talk
Hells
about
yeah.
that later for sure.
Absolutely.
We'll interview everyone. That will be really, really fun. But you heard it here first. Head to MatthewDarren.com to stay updated with every single event this man's got going on. And trust me, there will be more by the end of the day. He is also booked and busy. Take it away, John. The moment you've been waiting for.
I love idol interviews. I haven't done them in so long.
I know.
Thank
You
you.
walked in with this shirt and you were like, oh, yeah. All right.
you knew where I was coming from for this one. Okay, your season was season 10,
Correct.
Right? That was J-Lo and Steven's first year.
Yep.
On the show. That kind of marked a change in the tone of the show and seemed to come more judge-focused rather than the storylines of the contestants. What was the vibe through the auditions and Vegas week?
Okay, so a little behind the scenes.
We love BTS.
I may have been a part of several seasons. Because as you know, you don't always win on your first try, right?
Absolutely.
So getting through was kind of an ordeal. But once I got on, that was the very first season that I was on, like the actual televised portion of it.
Right.
And the judges were incredible. Like Jennifer Lopez actually looks like that.
Like
in
Jennifer
real
Lopez.
life. Yeah. Like she's Photoshopped in real life. She's stunning, and she's got this beautiful heart. She was so down to earth. She would come and sit and kind of have lunch with us, and if the food wasn't up to par, like she would hold the production teams accountable, and she just really, really looked out for each of us as artists, which was incredible.
New Yorkers.
They're real. They're just real, right?
Real.
Yeah.
Steven Tyler is a character. Like, I don't really know what to say. You know, when you've gone on a journey of life that he has, it just continues to be this wild journey. And then Randy Jackson, I think at that point, he had kind of like settled in and knew his groove, so he kind of did his own thing. But it was so fun. Again, like I said, being around people who love what you do as much as you love it, it was just like being away at summer camp with a whole bunch of music nerds, and we had a blast.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so I've got some idol trivia. That is designed for only me to know the answers.
Do you have a
because
favorite?
It's very obscure.
A favorite? Singing competition show that's on right now, or is it still? Would it still be American Idol? There's a few, right? There's The Voice, The Circle.
It's a well-saturated market.
Yeah.
for
It is
sure.
a very well-saturated market. I really, really appreciate The Voice and how they, like, instead of it being a panel of judges, they're coaches, and they actually interact and work with them, because that is invaluable to an artist, to have somebody who's already got like feet on the ground, got it running, and sharing with you how they do it, and just sitting in a room. Like, could you imagine, like, just, hey Miley, how you doing?
Yeah.
We're gonna work on a song together. Sure, I'll take your notes. Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
It's like, I'll text you.
Okay, sorry. I would love. Yes, Miley, text me, please.
Hey, people say I look like your dad, but I'm too old to be him, so let's just be friends.
A much younger, hotter version.
Thank
of him.
you.
Yes, I can see it. I don't know if it's the hat right now, but
I mean, I am in my Beyonce era right
it's
now.
perfect. It's perfect.
Wait, Beyonce or Eras? Is it Beyonce or Taylor? Which
It's
you
Texas
guys-
Hold'em era.
both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a Tay Tay and a Bebe. Like, I love them all. Both of them. Queens.
We do too.
Oh my God, yes. All right, first obscure idol trivia question.
Okay.
At the end of every season, Paula Abdul would give the finalists a handmade gift. Season 8 was her last season. What did she give for the last gift?
That's a wonderful, wonderful question that I have no clue what the answer is.
So happy I'm not playing.
See, I never met Paula. you
Right.
know? Straight up, never met her.
Oh, right here, baby, right there. She gave bracelets. She handmade bracelets. That her assistant told me she actually made. Yeah. So yeah, very cool, Paula.
That is cool.
We love and miss you. Okay, season 7.
Season 7.
Where this shirt comes from, was known as the season of the Davids. Name
Archuleta and Cook.
and there was a third David.
Oh, not a finalist.
Made top 12.
Made top 12.
Did not make the tour, but did make top 12.
David. Did it start with a D? David.
No.
I don't know then.
Wait. I believe it was Sanchez. No, Hernandez. David Hernandez.
I do know David Hernandez.
Yes.
He was on season 7?
He was on season 7.
Hernandez,
Yes.
like LA.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just
Would be in
was
Vegas a lot?
doing,
Yeah.
Naked Boys.
Uh-huh.
We had the same producer. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
him too. That's funny. He's talented as hell. Too.
Oh, and sexy as hell.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Nate-
sweetest.
Name the 2 Davids that are now out LGBTQ.
Well, Archuleta, who was just here.
Uh-huh.
2 David, like from any season?
No, from that season. There were 3 Davids. Name
well,
the
then
2 that are...
Hernandez.
David Hernandez.
Oh yes. Oh,
Ding,
yes.
ding, ding, ding. And finally, there have been...
playing footsies with you.
That's
over here.
okay.
Sorry, with my knees rubbing
My feet are your feet.
Footsies are much more interesting than my questions anyway. It's totally, it's understandable. 2 major backup singers have tried to move to the forefront in their career, and they used Idol to do it. One was Melinda Doolittle in season 6, the other, Todrick Hall. Todrick really took off, but I think Melinda had a much better soulful voice and connecting personality. Why do you think Todrick has connected?
Okay, well, several reasons. One, Todrick is
Good
like
question.
he's not even a triple threat. He's like I don't know.
He's like you.
He's like a.
He's like a you.
Well, how do you say a
Like a-
10
like a
different
7
level
threat.
Yes,
Yeah.
quadruple threat is all I can think of right now. But like he can do anything. Like he's creative. He is like he's just inspired. The things that he comes up with. Number one, the ideas is just a man of brilliant ideas. But then he also has the execution behind it too. He can dance. He can sing. He can act.
Yeah.
He knows how to produce and direct.
Drag.
He can choreograph, drag.
Yeah.
Like when he shows up on the stage and his mug is beat, it is beat. Like he looks amazing. I'm a huge fan. I actually got to see him on the Atlantis cruise. I went on my very first Atlantis cruise this past January. It was a lot. It was a lot. I paced
Congratulations for coming to Kalani.
Thank
Yes,
you.
I was gonna say.
Thank you. Yeah, I only made it out to 2 of the night parties, but
Day drinking's more fun.
it is.
Yeah, that's wrong. It's way more fun.
I don't know what happened, but this decade has been like no daytime.
Yeah.
But I got to hang out with him. He was so chill, and he came and was at the piano bar with a friend of ours, Yaron, who was playing, and he was just an absolute sweetheart. I think he performed the first night, and then he stayed the whole week just to interact with folks.
So cool.
Which I think most people are kind of like, let me get my job done and get out.
Right.
It was incredible. So I think I'm a fan if you haven't picked that up, but Todrick to me is an inspiring artist, especially for the LGBTQ plus community. He's just trailblazed for a lot of us and been true to who he is and what he wants to share and allows us to go on that journey. And I think that is just one of the coolest things.
I think his level of video mashups is the same as yours, if I'm being completely honest. You guys are very, very, very similar when it comes to the level of how clean and crisp it looks. And that's just, check it out. Go to YouTube right now. Todrick, we're covering him in Burlesque because he's playing Cameron now. So we'll be talking about that on the show as well. And he is also writing a few of the songs with Christina Aguilera and Sia and Diane Warren. So maybe we need to take a field trip to the West End.
I will go with you.
Let's go.
As a resident artist in waiting. Yes, absolutely. 100%. I can
go.
carry bags, whatever you need.
Matthew, it was so lovely having you here. I wish that we could keep talking for the rest of the day because you are just such a light. from our hearts on behalf of both of us, thank you for doing what you do for the community of Wilton Manors.
Absolutely.
And don't stop, honey, because it's only up from here, because the opportunities that you provide for so many performers, drag, allies, non-binary, the list is really endless, and we need more people like you in this world and in this community. Thank you for being our first interview. And tell everyone where they can find you, even though I've done a pretty sufficient job at it.
You nailed it.
MatthewDarren.com on all social media platforms. It's Matthew Darren.
Yep.
Music, you can just type in the words Matthew Darren and the word music in any URL, and he will come up.
My cute little slogan, 2 T's, 2 R's, only 1 me. So MatthewDarren.com. Matthew Darren Music.
I love that.
Thank you so much, Matthew.
Absolutely.
W Boys signing out. Stay slutty.
All right, it was nice to be out in the garden with her a little bit. Matthew, thank you again so much. Mwah. But I've done yet another costume change because it's time to get a little hot in here.
I was just going to say, things are heating up in the studio, honey. It is time for all of you at home to learn a little bit more about the W for WeHo and the W for Wilton. We are going to play our own Hotspots magazine happening out version of the Buffalo Hot Wings Challenge.
It's going to be informative at a minimum. So Eric and I have questions for each other. These are the questions I'm going to ask him. He has a similar stack of cards.
I do.
Each time we're going to eat after we answer, we're going to eat a wing. The wings will be sauced individually with increasingly hot sauces.
Different sauces.
There is a black truffle hot sauce that I can't wait to get to. And then what's the one that's going to make
the one that's going to kill you is the ghost pepper. That's our hottest of the day. So we have the ghost pepper, which will be our final one. There's a mango habanero. There's a black truffle. There's your Louisiana hot sauce. There's your classic Tabasco. Like we said, nothing is off the table. But you're going to take a wing. We're both going to take a wing.
Yeah.
We're going to put our first sauce on it, and then you're going to also take a bite at the same time, but you're going to ask me the question and I will answer.
Okay.
So the goal is to get through it speaking-wise without dying. So let's get our first wing. Wing.
Okay.
We're going to start with let's start with the mango pepper sauce.
Let's do it. Yeah.
It's the original. Take a little bit, honey. Little drop stuff.
I know what I'm going to do. Put a little on the side.
Okay.
And then I'll dip the wing in that, okay?
Okay.
You do that.
I'm going to do it right on the wing. I'm going to go in. Just put it right on. Okay, I'm going to take my bite. You take your bite, and then you go right into your question, okay?
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers, baby.
And let's see how hot this one is. Little ASMR moment.
All right, Eric.
Yes.
What is the most adventurous place you've had sex?
We're going right in. Right in,
baby.
Mom, dad, husband, this is the part where you can mute the show. Don't turn the feed off because we need the stream, but you can mute it at this point. The most adventurous place I've ever had sex was, I don't know if it's going to be that adventurous to everyone at home who's done it before, but it was like a commercial airplane. Like a United or American Express, American Airlines. It's getting to me already. I don't know exactly which one it was. It was 7 or 8 years ago when I was going to some all-inclusive Puerto Rican resort where we had to fly, and my boyfriend at the time, we did it at.
Oh.
Yeah, so... Okay. Sorry, husband.
So a somewhat spicy wing, a somewhat spicy story.
It was spicy for me because I lost my train of thought for a second, to be fair. All right, let's do our second sauce for your first question. Let's do the classic Tabasco. Yeah, classic Tabasco.
Oh, I do that with shots of vodka.
You do?
That's nothing.
Okay.
That's nothing. Come on, people.
Let's combine the classic here with the green pepper one as well.
Okay.
Let's kick it up a notch. I'm going to use my same wing because they're chunky. All right, let's go here. Oh my God. Oh, that one smells good. Here, take another wing if you need. Here you go.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Dip her in.
There you go.
Okay. Go. No, that's hot. That one. Not with Uma. It was like I drank it. I drank it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Wilton, John Hayden, if you could only have sex in one position for the rest of your life, what position and why? Oral sex counts too. Like if you want to describe it an oral act.
I'm
sweating.
In one position?
Yeah, your favorite position or your favorite oral act. What would it be for the rest of your life?
I've got to say
Dying.
doggy style or just flat out, face and chest down on the bed because, at some point you just want to fall asleep.
Why don't you
so you can just, they can keep going to town and I can just be like, I can be watching, an episode of CSI or,
You're not watching CSI while you're getting doggy downed, are you?
Yeah, it's on my iPad. So the iPad's up on the pillow. He's back there.
Just to let you all know at home who if you don't know, doggy, it's from the back. Just so you know, from the
If
back.
they're watching this show,
yeah,
they
well,
probably ought to know.
We are trying to reach a new demographic.
Are we?
Yeah, we're inviting them into our world as well. So All
right. I have yet to sweat. So
I'm sweating. Let's go. Let's go to. You want to try the Louisiana hot sauce, or you want to try the black truffle?
Let's. No, I'm gonna save the black truffle for next.
Okay. Let's try
the black truffle and Ghostbusters.
Ghost bell pepper. Louisiana. Smell it. How does it smell?
Hot. Like Louisiana.
Oh gosh.
So
hot.
A little hot, a little dank.
A little Cajun-y, little dank, little BO on the side.
How come? Did you get stuff out of this?
I just got it.
Oh, there.
Oh, you just got it on your jeans. Don't get it on. Oh, that's why he didn't listen. Thank God the True Blue shirt's still not on.
I know.
Okay, here we go. Oh my God. See, like so much more comes out on mine when I do it. I dropped a card. I'll get it in a sec. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, let's eat. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, babe.
This is not, like, I don't know why I thought this would be fun. Like, this is hot.
I'm having a blast. You said they were going to be hot sauces.
They are hot. This is hot. I eat marinara sauce 5 days a week. I'm Italian. This is hot. What? Okay, I'm ready. Hit me. Hit me.
What is the most risque thing you've done in public?
Risque in public. Mom and Dad, please turn it off again on mute.
I feel like Mom and Dad should probably just skip to
I think that I blew Todd at the Eagle, like on the dance floor, in the middle of everyone, just dancing. Is that risque or is that normal is that just like a Tuesday at the Eagle?
Like a Tuesday at the
Todd is my husband, by the way, so everyone at home doesn't know. Where's my other question? Dropped her. I'll be right back. I'm leaving the frame. I'm back. Yeah, I think that if we're talking sex risque act, it would be performing that. I mean, there are private rooms in the Eagle, right, that you can go and segregate in and do your damn thing. So I think that's where we were, in that like back room.
Are there? I wouldn't call it private.
Well, it's like, the back. I'm so sorry, Mom. And I know they're watching this too. Like they've got the live like ready with notifications going at like the YouTube is already up. Okay, let's go. And wait, what was your most risky? If I have to say it, what was yours?
Well, I was voluntarily spotted at a Walmart one time. That was pretty frightening.
Get out of here. I love Walmart. Don't you come for my Walmart. Okay, next sauce. I'm getting a new wing because I think that my original wing is hotter than John's because it's all of the sauces together.
Yeah.
Like I'm building upon more that I don't need to. Okay, it's truffle time, honey.
All right.
Get the black truffle. No, that's the ghost pepper. Yeah. And then I'd say like put a nice amount on this one. This one smells really good.
Oh my God.
Did you break it?
No, it's like a medical doctor.
It's like an enema. It's like a fleet, which is ironic because this is going to make me need one, to be fair. Oh, it's a good color.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, it's a really good color. All right, let's try this one. I love these little cute bottles. Oh, that was a lot.
I would spread that around a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure you would. Okay, cheers. Cheers. Is it my turn to ask you?
It's your turn to ask.
Okay. That one's good.
Mm.
That one's not hot.
No.
I like that one.
I need a little bit
Yeah,
more
I'm
on
gonna
that.
do a little
yeah.
more. That one's good. This is good. This is my favorite one so far.
Pass it, baby.
This is a good one. Now we're just eating, huh? Okay. Question 2. If you could have a hot, steamy, no strings attached weekend with anyone that we would know in the Wilton Manors community, who would it be and why?
In the Wilton Manors community?
From WeHo to Wilton, honey. You are Wilton.
I mean, the thing is, I've already had sex with just about everyone.
I don't believe that.
I could check out some of the new vacation rentals and just kind of cruise till new people come in and see if I can get any of them. But yeah, I've already done everyone worth doing.
So
okay, but if I have to make a choice,
yes.
it's Nolan, the bartender at Infinity Lounge. He is just so cool and so sexy, and he's really nice, and he makes sure I get drunk. So yay, Nolan.
Yay, Nolan. Which one is Nolan?
Tall. He's got some arms.
Arms.
Yeah.
There's one that has arms that I mean, they all have arms, but he has a nice set of arms.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next? Is it, oh God, it's the time for that one. Is it the last one?
Yeah, we're ready to go into round.
Yeah, we are round 3. Okay.
So it's Ghost Pepper.
This one is rated hot.
Ungodly.
Yeah, ungodly. It says. Okay. And for this one, we'll just go because we both have one question left, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll just go question for question. You'll go first.
Okay.
Oh God, that's a lot, John. Oh my God, that's a lot. Oh my God, that's a lot. Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay.
Here you go, baby.
My armpits are sweaty. My coochie is sweaty.
Oh well.
My feet are sweaty.
Isn't that just a normal Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay.
But my mental health is clear, as are my
Cheers.
sinuses.
All right, Ghost Pepper. Ghost Pepper.
I'm shaking. Are you shaking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Hot.
Okay.
Sneak it up on me.
Have you ever been walked in on, and what happened next?
No. I just need a white piece of chicken to not. Okay. That was a lot. That was more maybe for me. Oh, it's on my lips. It's on my lips. It's on my lips. It's on my lips. Okay. I got caught having sex by my mom, by the way, at my apartment.
Like you got caught by your mom. You mean like your mom caught you, or you were having sex by your mom?
No,
and got caught.
No, we were kind of both a little bit. My mom was in the living room.
Yeah.
And I was in the bedroom with this one night stupid stand, and she could hear everything to the point where she had to leave the apartment and go to the little courtyard area down below and hang there for a few because she couldn't take it. And still to this day, she sometimes
She couldn't take it,
my
but
lip
you
is
could.
my-
Heyo! FYI, I get drunk from hot sauce.
my lip actually feels like when I get lip filler, and they put the needle in the top, I that's what it feels like for me.
I need to make you my chicken tenders. My God,
You're sweating. I'm looking at you. You have sweat underneath your eyes.
What's from the light?
No, it's not from the lights. Okay, hold on.
All right, I want a question.
Yeah, put more on there. Go ahead. Put a little more on.
Okay, that's
Your ghost pepper here.
okay.
Put more on there.
Okay. I don't have a wing.
Here, take one.
I'm eating all your wings.
It's okay.
Did
They're
you make
for
these
us.
wings?
I did.
Oh my gosh.
Out of a frozen bag. Yes, I took them. And I put them in an air fryer, which is rich. I didn't just throw them in the oven.
Okay.
And then I had some of the sauces, and then I purchased the others because hot sauce will never go bad in my house.
It will never go bad. All right.
Okay.
My question.
What is your deal breaker when it comes to considering a sexual partner? Sorry, I'm moving because I'm hot and sweaty. I'm apologizing to my engineer. I'm sorry. I know I'm moving. What is your deal breaker when it comes to considering a sexual partner? Mine would be that hot sauce coming out of your mouth, just like that.
I mean, the older I get, the fewer deal breakers there are. I mean, right now my standards are anybody who will acknowledge me as a sexual being, and I'm like, you're in, or you soon will be.
For me, it's like smell, like body odor.
Yeah.
not that my husband has any of these, but when someone has a cavity and they don't address it after too long, the smell that can come from your breath is the worst. Have you ever experienced that?
No.
No? Like if someone has a cavity, I know it's so specific, but a rotting cavity in the back of their mouth and they don't go to the dentist to take care of it, it's a smell. Like, and no matter how much you brush your teeth, and I know a few of you at home have this smell and you're thinking to yourself like, oh my God, what do I do to get rid of it? And the truth is you got to spend money and go to the dentist.
All right, I can one-up you.
Okay.
So this was a long time ago. It was back when I was living in Indianapolis.
Uh-huh.
And I was at this bar called Our Place and met a guy. Uh-huh. And he was about my age, mid-20s. Uh-huh. And we go over and he's like, you want to go back to my place? I'm like, sure, where is it? And he's like, literally right around the corner, upstairs, top of the bar. So I'm like, sure, follow him around the corner. Uh-huh. It's not that hot.
It's hot to me. It's a matter of opinion. It's hot for me. It's hot for me.
Okay. And so we go up and he sits me down on the couch, goes down right in between my legs and goes, wait a second, you're going to love this. And I looked, and he took out his dentures. And he put them on the table behind him. So, like, he's filleting me while I'm staring at his smile coming back at me. It was so surreal, and I don't think I could ever do that again.
But you sat there and accepted it, denture-free?
I didn't want to be rude.
I would feel like we were in present company with the dentures just staring at me from the nightstand. I'm not sure what I would do.
It was odd.
How old was he?
Like my age, 26 at the time, mid-20s.
Mid-20s and full dentures.
Full dentures. And
I want to know the story on that.
I do not, though. I do not want to know why. But it was, acceptable. And he had a great smile.
With or without the dentures?
No, I was staring at the smile the whole time. They were sitting on the...
I cannot.
Some more ghost pepper?
Some Addams Family shit right there. No, I am good. Do you want any more?
Oh, my God.
I think that concludes our 3 questions. And
it does. We had fun.
I hope we never do this again for at least not a few weeks or something like that.
It's got a nice tang.
My lips are still on fire, but at this point, if you're still watching at home, which I know you are, honey, please let us know what you want to see John and I embarrass ourselves with, whether it's the Hot Ones challenge, whether it's a TikTok challenge, whether it's prompter wars. We are accepting applications for all things embarrassing for our game slot.
Do you have a video from your Mile High experience?
I might, but I'm not sharing it.
I think viewers at home need to tell us that they need to see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we will have to. We'll continue following that story. How about that?
Will we keep following?
We'll keep following that story, and maybe when you tell us about Nicolas Cage, I will tell more about the Mile High video. A deal's a deal, honey.
Sounds good to me.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Now that the weekend is here, we are ready to give you our weekend predictions.
Once we can, clear the hot sauce out of our mouths. Come on. It was tangy. Okay. Anyway, up first, here are my predictions. For my WeHo bros, the Rolling Loud Festival is underway through Sunday in Inglewood. Nicki Minaj, Post Malone, and Ye, a.k.a. Kanye, and or his wife, Bianca, will be featured in at least 3 stories on TMZ this weekend through Monday.
I would have to share the same prediction. It would not be a weekend if there wasn't a story on Yeezy himself, to be fair.
Oh, I know.
Oh, gosh. Problematic in all of the best ways.
All the best ways?
Yeah.
All the best ways?
Yeah, it's kind of like that, train fire that you don't want to stop watching, but you kind of feel bad that people are just going up in flames, but you can't stop watching it.
Yeah. Well, back on the East Coast, we're going to get cute and cuddly.
Saturday at the pub on the drive, my little home, on their back patio, Toss for Paws. Cornhole tournament is going down. Cornhole is when you take the beanbags and you throw them across the way. And who doesn't love a good cornhole game? Our sister from another Mr. Faye is hosting. I predict a lot of awes and a bunch of tossers and takers drinking beer.
It's going to be so fun.
It is going to be fun. Are you going?
I am definitely going.
Good. I will not be there, unfortunately, but you'll FaceTime me, and then you can bring me in, and then I'll make up for it for Sunday Fun Day, because we're having a Sunday Fun Day. You don't even know about it yet, but we're doing it.
Oh,
St.
sweet.
Patrick's Day.
I know.
We need to.
I know. Well, as you said.
As I say, and it's Sunday Fun Day this Sunday, Shamrock style, honey.
It is St. Patrick's Day, and like St. Patrick, I will be attracting snakes and leading them down to the water. I predict I will be totally worthless on Monday. Eric, don't call me. And I've already got my Aleve
Oh,
ready.
smart.
Go. Yeah,
Smart. Those
yeah.
are the big ones too, the liquid gels.
Yeah,
It's a good way
yeah.
to
I'm not messing around. Give me the Guinness on Sunday, the Aleve on Monday. Should be good to go by the time we get here for our show next week.
Well, maybe we'll just have to do a pop-up Instagram Live on Sunday from the official W Boys Instagram, which is at W Boys WeHo to Wilton. If you haven't started following us yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go there right now. Might be fun to do a quick little Shamrock style St. Patty's Day
A little something
live. We won't say we're definitely doing it, but we'll tease it maybe. John, I believe that's called season 1, episode 1 of the W Boys, honey.
What? We're done?
We're done. I was great, and we will talk about you later, especially on social media. No, I'm joking.
Eric, it's crystal clear. Wilton is the place we want to be. I'm pretty sure that's what Matthew said during his interview too. I'm sure while you know everything good in SoCal, there is a very good reason that you moved to the 954.
Listen, I will give a touche where it's deserved. I did move from, SoCal to SoFlo. But the debate is still out with the jury if Wilton is the place to be over WeHo, honey. The W Boys, tune in next week to find out. The W Boys want to thank everyone at home for tuning in to our new entertainment show. Like everything at Hotspots Magazine and Happening Out Television Network, this is totally unique, not only in South Florida, but across LGBTQ plus America.
Again, follow us on our Instagram. We're going to start posting a lot more videos from there.
Oh, yeah.
Some quick stills of our celebrity encounters.
Absolutely.
Things like that. And again, it's at W Boys WeHo, the numeric number 2, Wilton. And we're going to have a lot of fun stuff on there. I can't wait. And we might even have some back behind the scenes type stuff as we go forward.
If he says might, he usually means we will. And also, if there is a burning topic that you would like John and I to discuss, please message it into us. Let us know. We will be sure to tackle it next week or in the coming weeks. And with that, I'm Eric Restivo from WeHo.
I'm John Hayden from Wilton. And, well, we are
the W Boys.
See y'all next week.
We'll see you every Friday.